Hey everyone, I'm so excited. I just been thinking about this a lot over the weekend, and from kind of some responses and some DMs, I just wanted to do like a mini free training on mind setting your way to 5K. So I think about a couple weeks ago, I asked like, hey, what is your like dream income? And what I loved is that the incomes were all over. So, 2K, 50K, 20K, and just the thing is about whatever your dream income is, that's your dream. And acknowledge that and value that you can have a different dream income than other people. So, what I really wanted to talk about, a number I was seeing quite a few times, was 5K. 5K months, because at first, while you, if your goal is 50K a month or 10K a month or 20K a month, you still need to get to that 5K, right? And it's easier to see the 50K or the 20K months when you're building up to it. So that's why I think 5K months are such a great number to talk about. And I just want to talk about, how I mindset my way to those big numbers, and just how that can explode your business. Because really it comes down to this right here. So, just let me know also, hashtag live if you're live, hashtag replay if you're on the replay. But really, let's talk about mindset to 5K. So many things on social media and entrepreneurs, you see strategy. These are the 5 things in strategy that you need to do to make this much money. Here's a hashtag strategy. You're inundated with ads, right? My biggest thing that I am very repetitive about it, I share, is the strategy is an absolute last thing that I focus on. Drop me a 1 if you feel like you are so overwhelmed with strategies all over social media that you just start to kind of just have like negative feelings about it. I have been there, so I get it. Strategy is actually the last thing I focus on. The first thing I focus on and give the most to is mindset and energy, because that is really what drives your business. That is everything in your business. So I'm going to give you like 3 parts of how I mindset my way to these big months. So mindsetting your way to 5K. And the first thing is really simple. You need to believe it. Okay? So we so often talk about like, I want to make these months. I want to make 20K months. I want to make 10K months. I want to make 50K months. It's great that you want that. You're identifying your dreams. But you have to believe it. You have to believe it. And you have to do multiple things to internalize it and believe it. Because I've been an entrepreneur for 8 years now. So in the beginning, when I wanted things, I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe that customers would buy from me. I didn't believe that I could sell a bigger, product package. I just didn't believe it. So therefore it's just not going to flow to me. So if you're believing it, there's a couple things you have to do to believe things, right? You need to speak it. So, I talk to myself. So if you talk to yourself in the morning, drop me a 2. I talk to myself all the time in the mirror, walking around the house, all the things. My husband is so used to it now. It's what I do, because if I'm not speaking it, how on earth am I going to believe it? Right? You have to speak it. So I will, you can say something like, I will make 5K months for the highest good. I am amazing at what I do, and I am ready to receive 5K months. It's the same thing with thinking it. You have to think it. You have to think about it. You have to think I'm awesome. I can do this. And it seems so simple, but because of, and I talk about this often in my trainings, because of so much that's going on in the world, we're inundated and flooding ourselves with all this negative information. The news media is the number one way to do that when we turn on our phones and scroll through. it's like we edit it out of our brain. So I'm constantly talking about my dreams and I am affirming it. So those positive affirmations. So that is what I'm talking out loud in the mirror, thinking it. I put notes. So like if your goal is 5K, put 5K and sticky notes everywhere. I write it down. So journaling, you just journal. You're saying the affirmations already. You already have something to journal. I receive 5K month for the highest good. Is like, for the highest good is one of my huge affirmations. Claim it. In 2020, I will make 5K months consistently. Claim it. Because these are all the things that you have to do to believe it. Elizabeth says too all the time. I'm so glad because like at first I was so judgmental of it. Like, I'm not talking in the mirror. Why would I talk in the mirror? I'm not doing that. And it works, but you have to believe it because sometimes the big numbers are so scary. Like, and there's a reason it's scary because that's their ego again. Because the ego is saying, like, no, that you're afraid to do these things. And it's different, right? Like, I wasn't taught in school to go talk to myself in the mirror. I don't know why, because it's awesome. So that I would do on a daily basis. Because if you are actually going to have it, you have to believe that this is a dream and that you can do it. And we just have to rewire our brains. Instead of like taking in all the negative news media, we have to turn it. I believe that I can do this for the highest good. This is what I'm claiming. So the second way you can mindset your way to 5K is through your intuition. Drop me a 3 if you think you're using your intuition enough. We'll just put that out there because, again, like as an example, I definitely wasn't using my intuition. In fact, again, it's not something that we're really taught to utilize because our intuition is very simple. It's very easy. And because of all the societal constructs we have, we tend to push away from our intuition because it's like, well, wait, that can't be right because society says this. Well, this I call freaking bullshit here. Like, so many societal constructs, don't even get me started. Like, I always talk about these in trainings. The fastest way to what you want is by listening to what your soul wants. I'm going to repeat that. The fastest way to get what you want is by listening to what your soul wants. So, if your soul wants to, be an onlinepreneur and make 6 figures, you got to do it. Like, you got to listen to your soul. Society would, could bring something up like, you can't, make 6 figures by working 10 hours a week online. That's not possible. You need to be in a 9 to 5, which there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 if that is what your soul wants. Do you hear me? Oh, I got a kid. What's up? I'm on a training. I'll be right there. Oh, come here. Come here. This is what I got. Woo! All right, I will be there. Thank you, baby. Shut the door, please. All right. So, listening to what your soul wants. Hey, Meg. We just spend so much, again, on that hamster wheel, like with the negative news media and listen to what everybody else is saying. Like, I wanted to be a vocal performance major. That was my major in college. And instead, I listened to society. You can't do that because you won't make any money. You can't do that because only this many people are successful. Well, that's also bullshit. That was what my soul wanted, and I didn't listen. And it's okay because that is all for the highest good. There's a reason that it didn't end up happening for me. But we push our intuition aside, and it's just we are listening to what society says. Well, why aren't we listening to what our soul says? Because that is the fastest way to what we want. And a really good example of that is if you have this amazing thing to post on social media, but instead of posting it, you're too worried about What will someone think of me? Is this the right time to post? Can I post this? Have I posted too many times? Well, again, I'm calling bullshit because you're, again, not listening to your intuition. And it could be a post for a product. It could be a post for a course. It could be a post even just sharing about your kids. It could be a post of anything. And it could bring magnetism and huge change to your business. But because you're not following your soul, you're like crushing right over that, and you're missing these opportunities because our soul knows. Our soul knows what to do. Like, I just post, I just freaking put it out there. It doesn't matter. Like, you can't listen to the crap that's out there telling you, well, you can't do this because that is another freaking societal construct. That's just another story. You get to rewrite the stories. And with that intuition, I always think in my head, am I close to choosing love or am I close to choosing fear? So love is your soul, fear is your ego. And so I think about that. Is this, is this in love or is this in fear? Am I getting on here and sharing this post because I'm in fear and I need to make money stat because I'm afraid I can't pay my bills? Or am I getting on here and sharing this product or this course because it lights me up and it will change people's lives, and it is on the love side? And this is huge. This is like one of the biggest hurdles that I had to get over, because I would get on social and constantly be in fear mode. Like, I got to hit this number. I got to hit this. I got to do this. But when you turn it around and you're like, damn, I freaking love this product, or I freaking love this course, or whatever service-based business you're in, I freaking love this. It lights me up. You're in love. And that is how you get to that 5K, those 5K months, because you're trusting yourself. And you have to be able to do that to bring in the money you want. You have to trust your soul. So I kind of got into the third one. The third one is doing what lights you up, which is part of your intuition, but it's kind of on the separate, because we are very taught from birth, get a job, go to college, make money, life's a bitch, then you die. Which I freaking hate, because I did all those things and I don't regret a bit. It was totally worth it. I met my spouse in college, so of course it's all for the highest good. But when you're doing things out of fear or what you hate, you're not serving the world. You're not serving the universe or God, because for me it's God. Like, if I'm not doing what lights me up, how is this evoking change? How is this getting money into people's pockets? Because I totally believe that the more money we have in people of the world that are here to be light workers and game changers and bring joy, that is how change comes. Money does things, and we all know this, and there's nothing wrong with making tons of money. Nothing. That's another bullshit story that, money is evil. It's not. If it's used correctly, money is energy. Money is energy. So you got to do what lights you up. So if you are running a business and it's lighting you up, you have to double check why, because you're probably doing it out of fear. You just have to check. You have to check yourself. And it's okay to do multiple things that light you up. I have a network marketing business that's successful. I have a coaching business that's successful. I have a seasonal podcast. Those freaking things light me up. And that's how change is evoked. I've had people message me about the podcast. I have it with a friend, like, wow, this really changed my life. Like, that is the point here. You have to do what lights you up. And when you're finally in alignment and doing what lights you up, that's when the big bucks come in your business, because that's how it works. And it's the same thing. Like, that's how it follows your intuition. This topic lights me up. I want to write a course about it. This is just like my creative copy course. I did that in like one day, and it lit me up. It lit me up. And then I recorded it. I got it done, and that course was amazing. And boom, I did it. And that's what evokes change, and that's what brings in the money flow. And then I keep following what lights me up. What lights me up? What does my intuition say? Do I believe this? Those are the huge 3 steps. You got to do what lights you up. And it's the same thing if you're in network marketing. I use it all the time. Like, does this product light you up right now? Share about it. Like, who freaking cares? So many people are so worried about like being spammy or posting the wrong thing in any business they have, but it doesn't matter because there's no rules. You get to do what you want to do, what your intuition says, and what lights you up. But you have to choose that. And that is how you mindset your way to 5K. If you get in flow of this constantly, like when you go to share something, instead of being fear-based, be love-based. Write down how you feel and see where it goes. And you have to detach yourself from the results, because I keep saying, post and walk away. Post and walk away. Because if it lit you up and it was your soul and heart's desire, it's the right thing to do, and you're going to evoke change. It doesn't matter how many freaking likes or comments are on that, because that is how you're going to make those 5K months. And then after that, 10K months, 20K months, 50K months, whatever that is for you. So that was just my quick, I just want to share the biggest steps that I use for those bigger months. And just let me know how this is all landing with you. If you guys have any questions, you guys are amazing. And you just freaking listen to your soul and get lit up. All right, love you guys.